Hi, welcome back. I'm Stephan Hume, and I'm here today to talk to you about power chords. Power chords are one of the most popular things I teach rock bands. A lot of my students love them because they're real easy, and a lot of your favorite rock and pop tunes, basically almost any genre of music, any style of music is going to use these chords. Just as a note, it's called a chord because we're strumming. That's probably the reason we call them a chord. But technically speaking, it's just two notes. So it's not really a chord like the other chords we've talked about. But this is really fun. Just as kind of a cool, quick little lesson to show you about power chords. Now, this one I like because it fits into the movable category. We don't play open strings. So when these situations with power chords, they're going to be just generally two strings at a time. So we're going to get used to strumming in a very small area of space, like this. And when we first start out, it's going to sound kind of weird because maybe we'll just hit one string like this. Or the strings are going to sound separated like this. But eventually, you'll be able to use your pick hand to come down on those two strings at the same time, practically, and you get this kind of a sound. So, also, you would hear this on electric guitar as well. It would sound really cool with distortion. I'm just going to continue using my acoustic to show you this. But what makes these movable is the fact that we don't have open strings. So I'm just going to show you how to play this on the 3rd fret, and I'm going to move it around a little bit. So to play a power chord, it's very simple. You start with your first note, and that's how you name it. So in this case, we're going to put it on the 3rd fret of the low E string, our first finger, and that's going to be on the note G. And then all we have to do is take our 3rd finger and put it 2 frets higher on the next string down. In this case, that's fret number 5 on the A string. Looks just like that. Now, if I took my hand away, we'd have this very simple kind of a form. So as I come back, it's going to be the 1st finger on the note G, and then the 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the A string. And you have that form. And then we can just strum that between the two notes and get a feel for how it sounds, like this. Now, power chords are also called 5 chords, and we'll get into the reason why later. But this could be called one of two things. It could be called G power chord, or it can be called G5. Well, however you want to look at it, that's how you're going to see it a lot of times on online tablature or in music books. So as we use this, we're going to get a really cool sound as we move around. This is why students really love them, because once you learn the shape, anywhere I move it up the neck, it's still going to sound cool, like this. A common thing to happen while we're learning to move around is that your 3rd finger won't move as fast as the 1st finger. So sometimes you get this squeeze where the 3rd finger wants to be closer, only 1 fret away, and it sounds like this. Which is not quite the sound we're looking for. So as you move it, remember to move both fingers the exact same way, and you'll get this cool sound. So that will be how you use it. So you can make up really cool songs. Some of your favorite songs use these kinds of chords. Especially when you add cool strumming patterns, you get cool sounds like this. Now, one last thing to notice, I showed you that I moved this around on the low E string like this. But the same thing with power chords, another really neat thing is you can start on the A string. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before, but with my 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then use the same pattern. My 3rd finger will be on the 5th fret of the 4th string. So now I've got a power chord, but it's actually on that string. So we can have some fun with it like this. And that's why we can move around, we can play stuff up high. We can make whole songs like that. So have fun learning your power chords, having fun using that to learn some of your favorite songs, and we'll see you next time.